What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex and you're watching a Marvel edition of the Ragin Nation show. This is just web series where we're talking about all things that matter to me in the world of Marvel films. This is episode number 75, and in this episode, I'm going to give you my top 10 list of things that I love about Avengers Age of Ultron. Avengers Age of Ultron is still fresh in my mind right now. I saw it twice on the first weekend. It just recently finished its third weekend of its release, and it's doing really, really well at the box office. Obviously, before I get into my top 10 list, I'm going to give you a little bit of a recap of how it's doing domestically and worldwide at the box office. Let's check this out. In the highest grossing list of films of all time domestically, it is currently at number 24, right behind Lord of the Rings Return of the King and right after Spider-Man 2. It is at $375 million, and it is in front of recent releases like American Sniper at $350 million, well, $349 million, and also Furious 7, which is still in release theatrically at $344 million, okay? Now, when comparing to where it's at with the other Avengers film, or rather the original Avengers film, the first Avengers film is at number 3 at $623 million, right behind two James Cameron films, Titanic and Avatar. I have a feeling that Avengers Age of Ultron domestically is going to be right between The Dark Knight and The Avengers. Somewhere just a little bit past The Dark Knight at a little bit over $534 million. Okay, that's where I think it's going to end at domestically and not beating the original Avengers. However, worldwide, Avengers Age of Ultron is doing a lot better. Alright, check this out. Avengers Age of Ultron is currently number 8 in the all-time highest grossing films list worldwide at $1.14 billion, right before Iron Man 3 and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Or rather, right between Iron Man 3 and Transformers Dark of the Moon. Furious 7 is at $1.149 billion worldwide at the number 4 rank, right behind The Avengers. Now, it's possible that if Furious 7 still has legs at the box office, it could beat the original Avengers film, taking the number 3 spot. However, based on box office tracking, Avengers Age of Ultron, which is only in its third weekend of release, still has a lot of legs left for the box office. So it is highly possible that the Avengers Age of Ultron is going to take the number 3 spot at either $1.6 or $1.7 billion. That's a lot of money. So, very, very crazy. And what's most surprising is the fact that Furious 7 is actually in this list. But anyways, let's go on to talk about the top 10 things that I love about Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm sure a lot of people who have watched and contributed to these box office numbers also share some of the same things that I love about Avengers Age of Ultron. Let's first start off by talking about, or rather start off with number 10, and that is James Spader's performance. I can't think of another actor who could have played Ultron better. Joss Whedon had only one actor in mind, and he said that it had to be James Spader. He could not think of anybody else. It just had to be James Spader, and he made the best choice, because even though I think that Ultron is not a better villain than Loki, I still think James Spader's performance is very, very strong, and it really brought Ultron to life. So, great casting choice, alright? That's number 10. Number 9 is cast and chemistry. And what I mean by that is that I love the fact that when you see the cast members together, there's just this great chemistry. As a matter of fact, they are great, both in their regular, human forms, not human forms, but regular civilian forms, when they're together, as well as when they work together as Avengers. I love that chemistry, and it's not just physical chemistry, but also character chemistry when they are exchanging dialogue together. I especially love the chemistry between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, because they're bringing on their continued struggle for leadership. When we saw them get introduced in Avengers, the first film, we saw the struggle for leadership. And we know that Captain America is the captain, but Tony Stark still questions his actions, and Steve Rogers still questions Tony Stark, and we still get to see that. We get to see that a lot in Avengers Age of Ultron, so I really appreciated that. As well as I appreciated the Science Brothers, Tony Stark and Mark Ruffalo, or Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. When they're together in a room talking science, it's really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. That's number 9. Number 8 is actually a very, very small sequence. It's when Black Widow picks up Captain America's shield and then fights the Ultron minions with it. It is very, very cool. It actually gave me some goosebumps, and it made me feel really, really good when she did that, because it was physical chemistry with Captain America. She picked up the shield and then started using it, and she used it in really, really great, well choreographed ways. It was beautiful, and I love the choreography, and it also really shows the physical capabilities of Black Widow. And not that I thought that she wasn't able to do anything crazier than we've already seen, but still, I'm always impressed with Black Widow's physical capabilities. So that's number 8. Number 7 rather, is adding old friends to the cast, such as Don Cheadle as War Machine, Anthony Mackie as Falcon, and of course Idris Elba as Heimdall. I love that they brought in these characters who are in Captain America films, the Captain America films, the Iron Man films, as well as the Thor films. I love that they brought these characters into Avengers Age of Ultron. It really shows that this is a very, very connected franchise. Alright, so it really helped bring everything together, and I think that Joss Whedon did such a great job in bringing them all together. Alright, number 6 is Captain America versus Ultron. In Seoul, we had those scenes where Captain America actually went up against Ultron, and I was actually very surprised to see Ultron fight. Alright, I thought that Ultron would be going against Iron Man more, because they're both machines and Iron Man is the creator of Ultron, so I thought we'd see a lot more of that. But it was really well balanced. Everybody got to have a chance to go at Ultron, so that was really, really cool. And I love that, you know, Captain America, who relies on speed and strength, goes up against a machine like Ultron. So that sequence was really, really cool, and I also like the fact that it took place in Seoul, Korea, on top of a truck. So very, like, not just any truck, but a moving truck. All right, so very, very cool. Number 5. Introduction of the new Avengers. That scene gave me goosebumps. The original score from Alan Silvestri came on, and then Captain America, Black Widow, they were talking about whipping up the new recruits into shape, and then we got Vision, Falcon, Scarlet Witch, and War Machine in the mix. These are the new Avengers, and when they introduced them, I was like, yes, this is so cool. So very, very cool. I love that scene, okay? That was a great way to end the movie, and it was a way to end the movie in a way in a way where the audience would just cheer. All right, it's very crowd pleasing. Number 4 is Vision. When he was introduced, and also every scene that Vision was in, he was cool. Paul Bettany, he nailed it. He freaking owned Vision, okay? I love Paul Bettany as the voice of Jarvis, but Paul Bettany as Vision, man, freaking nailed it. I wish I could have seen more of Vision. I felt that it would have been cool if Vision and Ultron was the main event of Avengers Age of Ultron, where the other team members, the Avengers team members, could not beat him, so they had to rely on Vision to really take on Ultron on this mono battle. That would have been cool. I would have loved to see that. But make no mistake about it, Vision, okay, was just awesome in every scene that he was in. I loved it, okay? And his portrayal, the way he looked, was perfect, okay? That is Vision brought straight out of the comic books of the Avengers right into live action. It was done really, really well. Number 2 is Hulk, or rather, sorry, number 3. Number 3 is the scene at Avengers Stark Towers, rather, where they were trying to pick up Thor's hammer. Love that scene. That was a fantastic scene. Great chemistry, and you can see that the cast members are just having fun. Okay? When I mean cast members, I don't mean the Avengers. I mean the Avengers in their regular civilian form, but also the cast members. When you're watching that scene, you're seeing through the scene as Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, they're all having fun. And I'm sure that was a very fun scene for them to shoot, because they're outside of their uniforms, which could feel clunky and uncomfortable to wear all the time, but they're in their comfort zone physically. So they're just having fun, and I love that scene. All the chemistry, all the humor that came with it, it was great, all right? Number 2, of course, Hulk versus Hulkbuster. It had to be in this list. I don't have much to say about this, except for the fact that this was something that we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for this for a very long time. From the very introduction of this of Veronica, how it came from space, and all the armor coming together. Oh my god, that was just fantastic. And not only that, but Andy Serkis's performance, a motion capture, a consultation to Mark Ruffalo, it really made a huge difference compared to the first Avengers. Andy Serkis, of course, you know, he's the mastermind. I almost would say that he's the godfather of a motion capture performance, because he's done such a great job with you know, King Kong, and also of course Gollum, and now he's helping out with Mark Ruffalo in Hulk, you know, in his portrayal as Hulk, and it really shows. All right, it really shows the personality, it shows the emotion, and to top things off, when it was time to fight with Hulkbuster, holy cow, just mind blowing. Okay, loved it. It was a really earth-shattering scene. Okay, and number one, this is the scene I love the most, and that is the opening sequence that made the hugest impression on me. Right at the very beginning of the movie, the hugest impression was made in that opening sequence where the Avengers went up against Hydra. And that opening tracking shot, wow, it blew my mind. They had a shot like this in the New York battle in the first Avengers, and now they start off with a shot like that in Avengers Age of Ultron, and you get to see them work together as a team, and that's what made the New York battle so awesome. You see them work together as a team, and we've been waiting for it for so long. Well, the movie Avengers Age of Ultron starts off with them working great together as a team, and Joss Whedon decided that it would be the best way to see them work together as a team right at the beginning of the movie, and thus making the movie open with a bang. Love that scene, my favorite part of the entire movie. And there you have it, that's all I gotta say in this video. This is my top 10 list of things that I love about Avengers Age of Ultron. Let me know what your top 10 things are, and then there you have it, that's all I gotta say. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Sure that it's actually happening. Alright? So that is confirmed. Moving on, another film that's actually happening, which is in the 5th